Opera Makers is a program that initially we actually created for the Toronto Star. And from that partnership, we actually developed this program that you see today. My name is Mackenzie Morgan, and I'm the Director of Community Partnerships and Programs at the Canadian Opera Company.
The Opera Makers program is really a way for our participants and our kids to learn to express themselves and to explore the world around them through the arts.
The biggest learning outcome that I hope that they take away from this experience is that they can turn am I into I am. We came in and there were kids who might have had some singing experience but never have had a dramatic experience, or those who weren't able to have this opportunity.
Immediately what comes to mind is those collaborative skills. They really learn a lot about themselves and each other.
It's been about a year, actually, in the process where we started with some emails back and forth. Danielle here at Evergreen has just been amazing.
We really wanted to explore the beauty of nature through the arts, and what better place to do that than at Evergreen Brickworks.
We thought about all of the steps that were needed to get to a final presentation. So the story was number one. From their experiences, all of the characters, all of the names, all of the script writing. You know, Royden, our teaching artist, he facilitated their ideas, and they created their libretto for the first 4 weeks. And that's module number one. And then from that module, we move into the music module, or composition.
My first name is Royden, last name is C. And I'm a teaching artist at the COC, and I'm a composer. I'm really there just to be a guide to making music and a guide to kind of funnel their ideas into something that will work at the end of the day. The main goal for me is that they will have fun and see a bit of the behind the scenes of what opera is. I think opera can be very intimidating as an art form. It can be very big and it's very long. And for kids to kind of get into that art form by first creating and trying some of their own ideas out, I think is amazing. So hopefully they'll have a lot of fun and maybe get a taster of what opera can be so they can come back to it in the future.
Royden took 4 weeks with them again to compose the music. Because we had the script and the story sort of already lined out, it was very easy for us to fit in how the music would complement the story.
All of them have really musical kind of backgrounds. I think even though some that might not read music, but they follow and get things right away. So it's not the learning aspect that's challenging.
One thing that has just been so great about the music module is that we are going to have members of the COC orchestra who will be performing and assisting the kids. You know, the design element module, which is our third module, it actually really sort of brings everything into reality.
I'm Isabella Fassler. I'm one of the visual teaching artists with the COC's opera making program. You start something from an idea or a thought, really, and they're like, I don't know how I'm supposed to create this. Like, how are we gonna build a forest, right? So really seeing the problem solving that goes with it, I think they're starting to see, oh, this is how you artistically do something and build and create.
Hi, I'm Meredith Wolting. I'm a teaching artist in set design with the COC Opera Makers. I'm really hoping that they gain a sense of just more of an appreciation and an understanding of what set design is, all the elements that work together to make a show happen. There's both visual representation as well as the actual story itself, and the visual representation of the set and costume design can really show the metaphors that are happening within the story and can kind of like have a different way of telling the story.
Coming together and building on their ideas is, I think, just really exciting, and I think that's a part of the process that they really enjoy.
I love painting, I love performing, but I didn't really know how those things could work together to create a career for myself, so I think it's kind of cool that all the different things that I worked on as a kid ended up lending itself to something that I really love to do today, and I get to share that with kids now and hope that they can be inspired too.
I think the set and design module really sort of illustrates that to the kids, and they're able to see like these elements actually really mattered and how that process begins to take form.
the kids were really involved and passionate about the whole process. And so that, I think, in turn inspired me to think, oh, okay, like, they're really into it, so I'm gonna actually write something that will challenge them, help put their story up on a kind of, on the stage, if you will.
I would love to see opera makers grow to include more diverse audiences and different parts of the city that we aren't able to reach at this time. Free programs like this make the arts more accessible, and I think that that's a beautiful thing.
My job at the COC is to develop relationships with the community and to provide access for communities who might not necessarily have the opportunity to connect. So my hope is that every year we continue to grow, we continue to build genuine, authentic relationships so that we can spread this music and this art form that we love so much, that we can really make sure that everyone has the opportunity. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is, what your color or creed, that you are welcome, and that is for everyone.